the only reason why we haven't put up memorials is because we've been busy trying to stop the problem that caused it in the first place. I would love to
some time, okay? It's just needed. No arguing, just please. JD, it's really up to you. Please at least do something about that.
Anything else?
I have a question for Jay. You talk about holding people accountable for hurting others, for crimes they've committed. You gonna hold yourself accountable?
I could.
And do it.
For what?
For what? What did he...
Hold yourself accountable, Jay.
For what crime?
If anyone has any crimes Jay has committed against them, now would be the time to speak up, I guess.
And we would say breaking and entering when he stabbed me and lit half my arm on fire, but then again, I did break and enter in his house and plan to kill him for something.
Let's maybe
so
not mention
that
in front of everyone.
Yeah, you just
I'll say
openly
it.
admitted to a crime.
Yeah, and I didn't harm him, and I decided
We'll say
I'm
it,
not
and nobody will do anything about it.
Yeah, then how about you say what you've done, Jay? So shut up.
Jesus.
Alright, what happened?
Admit it to everybody. Now. If you want to start speaking the fuck up.
Did Jay do something?
There's been a lot of talk about holding people accountable like 3 times now, but nothing has come up.
You want to talk about how you
something
stabbed
happen?
me?
What?
Excuse me?
My lord.
Why be you gonna bring that up like that wasn't an accident? That's filthy.
It still happened.
It doesn't matter if it just happened. If I accidentally tripped in on an arrow, that still happened, but there was an accident. You can't just blame somebody for something that they didn't mean to
How
do.
you accidentally stab someone?
Because he was going for me.
If I may have the floor.
Oh, it's all yours.
Going for you.
I'm on the stage. May I present
was this?
why my side?
Go on.
It is no mystery as to the kind of people that Asher and I both are. I knew of Asher even before I left Marigold completely. I was unaware of the kind of person he was. I was also unaware in whose town I was staying in the night before I even came back, just 2 weeks ago. Once I realized and was caught up on the things Asher had been doing in this town, which nobody has properly dealt with, I saw a solution. I saw the kind of person he is and wanted to take care of him. It wasn't until he broke and entered into J Enterprises armed and wanted to kill me. I acted in self-defense, in which a former, or even maybe current, Knight of Marigold prevented it. If we're bringing this on to light, it was Puffer. He prevented things from getting worse. He punched me first. I stabbed back. And that is the truth. After this, the same night that we moved Sharma to the prison, there was an altercation at the guild. Asher and I instigated each other, in which things were going to get messy. When I went to swing at Asher, YB stepped in the way, taking the hit to the back.
I'm sorry, Jay. Can I bring up... You said he punched you, and then you tried stabbing him?
I knew this
In my
point
office,
would come up.
a consecrated government building at the time, which by the end of today will no longer be.
We're not talking about that. That was self-defense, sure. What wasn't was trying to force Asher Moss and I out of the guild when they were setting up a memorial for what happened at the guild. We were just there, peacefully, trying to set some
It had
stuff
nothing
up.
to do with the memorial. It was close to midnight and the place closes eventually. I was also going to return Sharma's items that he had left in that cell. And I'm not saying that I did anything good or wrong. I acted out of malice. I intended to hurt Asher.
I don't understand, YB. Why? Why set up a memorial at that time when the place was going to close regardless? I don't get it.
It was
What was so difficult about leaving
Poor
when you
timing.
were asked to if you were just there?
we were there. We were gonna leave before it closed. It hadn't closed yet. It was still open. It was closing soon. Yeah, we would have been out of there by the time that it closed.
That doesn't answer my question. Why were you there before closing time anyway? You should have just been there during the day, where would you have had plenty of hours.
I happened to
That-
bump into Asher and Moss, and we happened to do that. It just happened then and there.
Okay,
It wasn't like I was specifically going in there at that time thinking, oh yeah, let me do this right before it closed. It happened.
So
done.
again, you guys are using Jay
There was
being there
no
enforcing
law
the law
to
What
as
law,
an issue.
Scott?
If it was
There is
before
very-
closing time,
It was
then
before
what's
closing.
It was just before
They were there
closing,
after.
and
And
he
that
was
doesn't
doing something
matter.
potential.
He
It's
didn't
just
know
like
that.
closing. There's no
Nobody
laws
knew that
against.
he was doing anything confidential
Yeah.
that day.
There's
He
no
didn't
laws
tell
against that.
anyone what day he was
If you
going
would've
to
told-
Sharma.
If the guild had just closed, then he could say, "Hey, I need you guys to leave," and then if they don't, then it'd be considered.
So why do
illegal.
they have to leave the second it closed? Why couldn't you have just taken it to another day
Because
regardless?
hold
we
on.
were
It
already.
would have just been nicer.
on.
Why do
Hold
we?
on. I hate to interject here. I hate to put my opinions here, but how are we focusing on the fact that they were here while it was open and glossing over the fact that Jay admitted he was intending to cause harm?
Yeah, Jay
Because
was
the-
intending.
Once it got
to
to a
hurt
point,
Asher.
That doesn't matter. You
I didn't
still
walk
intended
into that building knowing that as soon as I
Harm
saw
is harm.
Asher, I was going
You
to drive an axe through his
were-
face.
I was trying to. I said a genuine thing to you, and then you had to reply with a smart-ass comment. That's what started
Did
the
you
fight.
instigate the
All right,
attack?
asshole.
You're one to talk about smart-ass comments, Asher.
Mm-hmm.
To the rest of you too. Am I speaking crazy here?
Who instigated the attack?
I've only been back 2 weeks, and you should
Answer
all know
Meredith's
exactly what kind of person Asher is. So how is it that now I'm being looked at as a
Because
criminal?
I'm
Answer the
trying
You know
to
what's-
change
Yes,
too,
Meredith.
Jay. You talk
You know
about
what's funny,
change, and now I'm also
Jay?
trying
I
to
said,
change.
who instigated the attack? Did you instigate the attack?
At the guild, it was me.